Well, lots of discussions, Howie Roseman, about taking a quarterback late in a draft and what you're looking for out of a quarterback late in the draft. And obviously that's through the prism of Shedeur Sanders. What do you like about Kyle McCord, Howie?
Processing, really quick processor. The ball's coming out really quickly with anticipation and accuracy. Leading passer in the NCAA. You just go down his games this year, and it's like 340, 380, 390. I mean, it's unbelievable. He's throwing the ball all over the field. We know him really well. St. Joe's Prep graduate, 3-time state champion in high school, number 1 recruit and 5-star recruit in the country. Goes to Ohio State. I think he had 2 career losses at Ohio State, as a starter, and then goes to Syracuse and just performs really well there. So, obviously we have the Super Bowl MVP as our starting quarterback. I feel extremely fortunate to have him. We have a young quarterback room behind him. We drafted a kid in the 6th round, Tanner McKee from Stanford, who got a chance to play last year and played really well as well. So, for us, again, we talk about the lines a lot. The quarterback position is extremely important as well. Getting young guys in here that can develop into the players that we think they can be.
And I understand, I'm probably not going to get an answer to this question. How's that for a wind-up, Howie Roseman?
But it's a beautiful thing because now it doesn't even matter what you're going to ask. I'm not answering.
No, I understand. And I understand I've opened that door. But I'm going to ask it anyway. Everybody thought, and again, it could be viewed as a prism of like Kyle McCord isn't, eventually your first choice. But were you gonna draft Shedeur in the 5th round? That the Browns jumped the line. Everyone thought it's because you were interested in him. Let's just put it that way. You were interested in him, Howie.
Yeah, I would say that there are a lot of players that get taken before you picked in the draft. A lot of good players, and when you get to your pick, you're going off the board that you have.
Okay, so you went off the board that you had, and he wasn't there when you drafted because the Browns jumped the line. That's what you're saying to that point.
I think everything you said is factual. I'm trying to think of where you're trying to catch me.
No, I'm not trying to catch you. How dare you, Howie Roseman? I'm trying to catch you. The conversation come out of the draft was about how far, Shedeur dropped and how, everyone was pegging you as a spot because you were obviously, as it was confirmed, in the interest of taking a rookie quarterback to adding to your draft room. That's all I'm saying. But you're not confirming or denying that he was on your draft board. That's what you're saying.
No, I wouldn't do that with anyone. So I certainly don't want to do it with one single player. That could open the door to many questions, Rich.
All right. So then let me ask you this question about that drafting. The number, in your 2 cents, on the subject matter of this pranking business. And it wasn't just Shedeur. It was so many other players going on.
Yeah, including Kyle McCord, apparently.
Right. So what do you think should be done here, Howie?
Well, there's a lot of smart people in the league. I certainly don't know that I'm the one who should be speaking on it, but I think there's probably ways that we can do it where, maybe the players get the GM's numbers. Maybe that doesn't work. Maybe they start pranking us. That's happened to me before, so maybe that's not a great solution. I was thinking maybe FaceTime. I don't know. Maybe there's a general number for each team where they call from a cell phone, and that's the number that's only for the draft, and you have to FaceTime the player. I'm thinking out loud, Rich. I'm trying to find solutions because
it makes sense.
Because my concern a little bit is that if you're on the clock and you can't get in touch with the player, there's concern from the team. So you don't want to get in a situation where they're not answering our calls either. That wouldn't be good. But we'll find a really good solution, and I bet you that this will be fixed before next year.
Sure. And so, because again, just to confirm, because this is what I was told, you as a general manager or team calling the player, it's important to. It's not just to welcome the player, right? It's to make sure he's okay, that he didn't trip over something that morning, right? Like that's
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. You want to hear from the player. You want to hear the voice of the player. You want to make sure that you can be in contact with that player. And it is important. It is important, and it is important to welcome them to the team as well. And I think everything about the process, I'm very confident that this will be a great process by the 2026 draft.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, across state from you, Howie. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.